Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today we got a couple of figures from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy line. So guys, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's get into this first figure here. The first one we're going to be taking a look at from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy line is of a foot soldier. And this is from the company that BST AXN. As you guys remember, I did buy the Ninja Turtles, all four of them from this company, and it was pretty good. So we're going to take a look at this guy, and as always, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see here, you get quite a few accessories with him. He does look pretty cool. You got a cool picture of him on the side here, the foot soldier, all along with his name and the logo on the bottom. You got a cool picture of him on the side here. You got another cool picture of the product shot here of the foot soldier actually holding up a sword, and a better view of all the accessories that come with them. Nothing much on this side here. Ninja Turtle logo there. These things are supposed to be 31 points of articulation. So guys, let's get them out of the box and let's take a look at this figure. Alright guys, so here he is out of the box. Looks kind of small, but let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of the detailed features on this figure. Now, hopefully my camera will work with us. He does seem to have a very nice head sculpt. You got the foot logo right there on the forehead, just like in the cartoon. You got the V-shaped cloth that goes on top. Now, when it comes to the black portion, you can see it's kind of two-tone. You got the bottom portion that is like a flat mat, and the top portion, which has got a shine to it. The feet do have some articulation on it a little bit, as you can see here, some details. As you can see, those bands going across the feet and the lower part of the feet there. You got these forearm guards here that look really nice. They got some detail, if my camera will actually pick it up. Let's see. There we go. Very nicely done. Here's a quick look at the back. Pretty much consistent. Now, the articulation on this figure, the head can look left or right, cannot look up or down as far as I can see on my figure. Now the arms, that's pretty much how far he can go out. He does have a 360 rotation, and it goes pretty close to the body. I was worried about that, being that it has the angle cut. He does have a bicep rotation. He does have a double jointed elbow, which is, you can see there, well over 90 degrees. Now, when it comes to the wrist, hopefully you can see here that I don't break nothing. The wrists do have a wrist tilt and a wrist rotation as well. So as you can see here, it does tilt and does rotation. You can actually pop out the hands and swap in new ones. Now, he has a twist at the midsection there, as you can see. He doesn't have one at the waist. Now, with the legs, it doesn't look like he can do the splits. The legs do go off to the side. Let me see, maybe here, and there we go. Alrighty, apparently you can't split these guys. This is what happens. So his legs can move somewhat back, not very far. That's about as far back as it can go. And that's about as far forward as you can put it. Now he does have a thigh rotation up here, as you can see a little bit there, and he does have a double jointed knee, as you can see there. And now at the ankles, the same thing. He does have an ankle twist and an ankle tiltage. Now it all depends on how you position them, is what the ankle's gonna look like. As you can see here, it can look all types of twisted ways when you twist it, but that's pretty much it right there. Now let's see if we can actually get him to stand. Hopefully he'll stand. There we go. Now let's take a look at some of the accessories it comes with. He does come with this ray gun here, which is really cool. It's a nice shiny silver paint job to it with a little bit of black details here and there. I think this is like purple or brown in the original toy, but very cool to have that there. He comes with a sword. Not much detail here, just a little bit of silver on the blade and a little bit of brown on the handle. It is a bendable plastic there as well, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. And then he comes with a spear, a wooden shaft with the silver tip, nicely done there as well. Now he does come with some hands, as you can see. This is an open hand. Now the next one we have a set of hands that's got the closing, so you can actually grip the accessories. And then we got a couple of shurikens here. We got this one here. Not much detail to it. And then we have this shuriken as well. And of course you got the BST AXN sticker. All in all, it is a pretty good figure. Now, these are the BST figures that I have of the Turtles. He does size up pretty well to them. I believe in the shoulder, the foot soldiers were actually bigger, so I don't know why they didn't make these guys just a little bit bigger. It would have been actually pretty cool to actually have that. But it is what it is. It's still looking pretty cool, nevertheless, to actually have a detailed foot soldier on the shelf alongside my Ninja Turtles. So there you have it with this guy. Now, we do have one more figure for you guys, so let's go ahead and let's check out the Shredder.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will return after these messages.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell. They learned the ninja arts from their master, the Rat, and now these four green guys can really kick back.
The Shredder, sworn enemy of the Turtles.
It feels so good to be so bad.
With his henchmen, the dreaded foot soldiers, the mutants Bebop and Rocksteady.
What do I do with them? Destroy them!
All one turtle soup.
Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates. We now return to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Alright guys, so let's go ahead and let's bring out the next figure from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line. And this one here is Shredder. Now this is a different toy company as well too. This is from Nickelodeon. And this is the classic Shredder. Now as always, before we take a look at the figure, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the packaging. Now as you can see, it's got the nice big window so you can actually see the figure there. He does come with some accessories, and he really does look like the Shredder from the 80s cartoon series. Very nicely done here at the bottom. Here you can see you got a picture of Donatello along with that trike. I can't remember his name. You got a little bit of a story of Shredder and the Ninja Turtles here in the back. You can pause the video if you want to actually read it. Other than that, we'll keep going. Got a picture of Mikey down there. Picture of Raph and the Shredder up there in the corner there. Logo of the Ninja Turtles there, and on the bottom some Lego mumbo jumbo. So guys, let's go ahead and let's take them out of the package and let's take a look at the figure. Alright guys, so once again we got him out of the box, so let's go ahead and let's get a closer look at some of the details on this figure right here, which I think is going to be pretty cool. Now as you can see here, if my camera will work, first thing you want to notice, he does have a little bit of a missing paint there, which I can fix up with a marker, but nevertheless, you got the helmet and face guard on Shredder up there. Now the shoulder pads aren't actually attached to the arms, which I think is a little bit of a benefit and a withdrawal. We'll see here in a minute. His cape is hard plastic, so you really can't prowl it around like I guess on the original. I wish they would have actually made it a softer plastic, or maybe cloth would have been better. You got details on the Shredder's armor and gloves here, and on the legs as well. It is a nice figure, double jointed limbs. He doesn't really have any bicep rotation or any thigh rotation as well, as far as I can see here, but let's go ahead and let's get into the articulation. As you can see here, you can't go up and down, but you can look left or right with the figure. Now the arms, like I said before, due to those shoulder pads being attached up there, you really can't go all the way up, but the figure can if you wanted to. He can go about that far. I don't want to go any further because I might bend the plastic on those shoulder pads too much and they won't look right. But he does have rotation at the shoulder. He does have a double jointed elbow, which you can see here, very nicely done, folds in real nice. Now hold on 1 second here. Like I said, he doesn't have any bicep rotation or anything like that. Now with the wrist, he does have wrist tiltage and wrist twist. Mine are super stiff, so I'm trying not to bend them too much, but there you go. Now he does have a twist and a fold at the midsection there. He doesn't have any twists at the waist. Now, when it comes to the legs here, this is really weird because I'm trying to look here to see where his legs twist. They don't really twist anywhere. So this figure looks like it has massive amounts of articulation. But when you get it out the box, it really doesn't have a lot of articulation. It's actually missing some. So those guys who collect these things in the box thinking they got a massively articulated shredder, when they ever open it up, they're going to realize that it is sort of a letdown. Now, he does have a tiltage at the ankle, and he does have a double jointed knee right there, which really doesn't do much because he can only tilt his leg so far. But let me go ahead and let me stand him up here, see if he stands. Okay, he seems to stand up somewhat pretty good. Now let's, fell, let me pick him back up. There we go. Now let's take a look at some of the accessories that Shredder actually comes with. Let me go ahead and get them. Here they are. Now he does come with this sword that he was holding, and it's a pretty big sword. It kind of reminds me of the sword that you get with Leonardo. And then you get this weapon here. Not sure what this weapon is, but I do know almost every Ninja Turtle toy back in the 80s did come with one of those. And they also came with these little things here. It's kind of like a little knife or dagger. And then you have a little bit of a larger version right here. Very nicely done, but I believe these are like the 80s toy style. Now for some comparisons, let's go ahead and put his sword in his hand. Now with the hands, they only got one hand that's open, the other hand is a fist. So you can only have one weapon in Shredder's hand at any given time. So we'll put the sword there now. It would have been cool to actually have both hands open so you can switch it up. But like I said, lots of limitations on this. Now here is Shredder with the original Shredder that came out back in the 80s. It's kind of damaged, but it is a Shredder. Now I want to see if this Shredder can actually hold these weapons here. Let me see. Get it in his hand here. He can't hold it, but Shredder only has two fingers out. Let's go ahead and let me get one of my other 80s Ninja Turtle figures. Alright, so here we have Raphael, who's a reissue of the original Ninja Turtles from the 80s. Let's go ahead and let's see if he can grip this weapon. Now he did come with weapons like this that I actually put away in my accessories box. But as you can see here, this does fit the Ninja Turtles here. So I guess they just used that old original tool from there. Why let it go to waste? Just build a figure around that and save yourself some money and give yourself a couple of extra accessories. Now as you can see, he is small. He is taller than the original series of figures, but next to the BST, it can pretty much work because Shredder is supposed to be older. The Turtles are supposed to be teenagers, so it can work here with him being bigger than these guys. But now with the foot soldiers, they're supposed to be bigger than Shredder. This is not gonna work. They look like they're toddlers compared to the Shredder. But who knows, maybe Nickelodeon will come out with a foot soldier as well. Hopefully we'll get that going and we'll see what happens there. Now I don't have any of the Ninja Turtles from this toy line, but I do have some bootleg versions of those figures, which I accidentally purchased at a comic book store by mistake, but here they are. Here's a Leonardo next to him. They're supposed to be mocked up as the Turtles from this toy line. As you can see here, he is a little bit taller. Maybe it's because of the base plate. Let's go ahead and take the base plate off. And let's see here. As you can see, he still is just a little bit taller than Shredder. And I'm pretty sure that's because the way they actually molded these figures probably made him a little bit taller. But that's pretty much what the figure would look like from the Shredder toy line or the other figures. You can probably check it out on Amazon or something like that. I am going to be planning on getting them once I'm able to find them out there in the wild. But guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up the episode for today. Alright guys, so that wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now, when it comes to these figures here, when it comes to the Foot Soldier figure first, the BST, like I said with the original Ninja Turtles, I'm not 100% sure. We're going to have to wait and see. Like, I was kind of sketchy of buying another figure from this company because of how weak the other figures felt. But so far, he's the only Foot Soldier I've seen out in the wild, so I took a chance on him, and he was on sale at GameStop. So hopefully, I didn't just throw away money on him, but being that he is just going to be on the shelf right now, I'll get a stand for him. He is a good place filler, so I can actually get a larger size, more accurate Foot Soldier to take his place. And then who knows, maybe I'll move him to the desk or something. We'll see what happens. Now, when it comes to the Nickelodeon Shredder, the Shredder seems like a false promise in the box. You see it, when you look at it through the box, you see the elbows, you see the knees, you see the double jointedness, you think massive amounts of articulation. Then you see those shoulder pads connected to the neck piece there, and you're thinking, oh, this thing is going to be ultimate, truly an awesome figure to pose. Then you get out the box and you realize that a lot of the articulation is not there. It's the ankles are weak to stand. You had to balance him a funny way to actually get him to hold up. But other than that, he is a solid figure. He does have some weight to him. I do wish that they actually made the cloth either like a weaker plastic, something flexible, or maybe cloth. Would have been a lot better so you can actually pose him up different ways. I wish he would have had more articulation in the arms and in the legs so you can pose him up, perhaps fighting one of the Ninja Turtles. Like you see in one of the pictures that I found on the internet of him, he does come in a box with, I believe, Donatello in a box set. And how can you make these guys fight if he can't even get into any fighting poses? But he will make a good shelf figure. He is pretty much basically a statue with a little bit of articulation to pose him up. That's about it. But nevertheless, it is good for now. Now, guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And for those of you guys that are watching this on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. Now guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below. I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. And guys, once again, don't forget, if you are into the Ark, I will be showing some more footage of Ark, because we actually got our own server up, and it is the server of Sergeant Geek. So you guys, if you play Ark on the PS4, PS5, go ahead and check out the server. It is right now the island map. We're going to be adding another one soon, probably Ragnarok, probably the Crystal Isles, not really sure. We'll see later on, but we will be adding a second server to the mix so we can expand it. But guys, go check it out. Tell me what you like, what you think about it. Give me any feedback on it. If anything I can improve on it, we'll greatly do that. Once again, guys, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.